and this is where we're going to start with 3 now, is about the last remaining Elm Street kids. So maybe Jesse didn't make it. Maybe he did die. It's a year later, and there's only a few kids left. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened between 2 and 3, Freddy wiped most of them out. We knew Freddy didn't die. We knew he wasn't defeated.
Right.
We don't know. And again, too, you mentioned the coldest kill was the ending, right?
Yes.
Freddy didn't die. He came back, and maybe he took care of business. Mm-hmm. And now there's only, 5 or 6 kids left, depending. How many kids? Let's see. How many Dream Warriors?
You got
1, 2, 3, 4,
my man
5,
Kincaid.
6. There's 6.
Yep.
There were 6 kids left who were institutionalized. Now we're jumping into 3.
Directed by Chuck Russell. This is Dream Warriors, right?
This is my favorite one of the whole franchise.
Give us a little Dream Warriors drop.
Dream Warriors, not gonna dream no more. They got the shirt. I was gonna wear red Reeboks, but they didn't come in time. Shout out to my boy Corey. But I'll get the red Reeboks for Corey when he what is it called, cosplays as Kincaid.
We need to get him to do it.
Yes, we're gonna get the votes in. We got to get him to.
Everyone who wants to see Corey dressed up as Kincaid, please type in. Let the homie know we got his back on this one.
So this one is my favorite of the franchise. I think it had the formula down pat, the perfect formula. Freddy's comedy, the horror, the grand scale of the kills, the excellent kills, getting each personality of each Dream Warrior down pat. Freddy killed the guy who makes puppets via being a puppet. The girl who wanted to be on TV through the TV. The wizard master, the heroin junkie. And I think it was just the perfect storm. And like, there was just so much meat on the bone of the Dream Warriors. I know Freddy exploded after 87, and it was the Freddy mania, and Freddy was everywhere. But I think they could have done something with the Dream Warriors too. I love the Dream Warriors.
Well, going back to the actress that played the drug addict, she did another movie called Bad Dreams, which is derivative of the Nightmare formula. Right. So she did do some other things with it. And I believe she went on to have some other fairly decent films after that.
Yeah. And then was it the Wizard Master also in Zap 2?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I've never seen Zap 2. I'm only a fan of Zap 1. Yeah. Such a fucking great movie, folks.
Zap 1 is beautiful. But yeah, so I met most of all the Dream Warriors, except for Kincaid, which is on still my bucket list.
Why is that?
He's just my boy. He was just funny.
No. Was he not there at the conventions?
So at that particular time was Frank and Sons right there, City of Industry. Okay. And it was Joey.
Joey was there.
Yeah, Joey was there.
That would have been dope to me.
The Wizard.
I saw the picture you sent me on that one. That was cool.
Big break on TV, primetime bitch. And then I'm drawing a senior.
The girl with the drug addict.
The drug addict. Because I do the like I'm putting the needles in her arm. So they were there, and then Nancy was supposed to be there, but it was around the time with the fires back in 2018. Okay, it was a LA fire thing that she was supposed to be there, and so she couldn't make it, obviously. But man, it was dope to see them all together. I wish I would have got to meet Kincaid. But yeah, no, the acting I thought was excellent in this one.
Absolutely.
Lawrence Fishburne's in it.
Yeah, it was dope to see.
Yeah, young Lawrence Fishburne. I just love all the characters in this one. I mean, Kincaid is my boy. I said it again.
They made this fun.
They made this one fun. It was a good formula. Of course, I'm missing the key ingredient. Patricia Arquette.
Absolutely. And
that was her first movie.
She made her movie debut. It's another first for the Nightmare where they broke off 2 big movie stars.
Yeah, A-listers.
Yes.
Yeah, they broke off Patricia and Johnny Depp. I think this one is just, I talked about it so much. I love the Dokken song. I've seen Dokken live. But yeah, this is just my favorite of the franchise. It has the perfect formula of funny and scary, creative kills, and then
very imaginative movie.
Yeah, very much so.
Interesting fact: Chuck Russell, he also directed the Blob remake from 1988,
which is one of my favorites, bro.
Right, so underrated too. Yeah. Like I don't think enough people give that movie credit.
Watch the Blob 1988. One of the best remakes.
So amazing. You know what's funny? He also directed Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Oh, I didn't know. 1994.
I didn't know that either until I started doing my research.
Shout out to Mask.
Yeah, I love
This
The Mask.
guy worked, again, a horror director working with Jim Carrey. Then he went on to do a movie called Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
1986.
Oh, you've been erased.
That's a great movie, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying it's his best movie, but it's pretty fucking good, though.
Yeah.
He also did another one.
Is that the one with Vanessa Williams?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you're right. Now that I remember, you're right.
And Sonny, right, from Godfather.
It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I thought Sonny had passed. So didn't Sonny pass?
No. You're thinking about
Fredo.
Fredo passed. James Caan.
Yes. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's in it.
And then he also directed The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, in The Scorpion King in 2002.
Dog shit.
And again, these are just some highlights of his career. The movie now grossed $44.8 million on a $4.5 million budget. So again, it went up only $1.5 million from the year prior. The original script was written by Wes Craven and someone by the name of Bruce Wagner. But when they submitted the script, it was estimated by the studio it would cost them $20 million to produce, which was more than what they were willing to do. They brought in Chuck Russell and a very young Frank Darabont, the guy who did the Walking Dead TV show. He did a few great movies himself too. So they brought them in, and they were able to whittle the budget down to $4.5 million by taking what Wes did. But by the time Wes saw the movie, he saw a lot of what he did was gone. So Wes, even though he got story credits, feels it's not really his movie or what he wrote.
They're being generous with that.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, again, he still got story credit though. Right. And it takes place 6 years after the original and a year after 2.
So that's weird because so 6 years after the original.
Yes.
And then 2 is 5 years after. Okay. All right.
So it lines up.
Okay.
And I think, good job on New Line if you're seeing what their competition was doing and making sure they at least had some sort of continuity in place.
Well, I mean, when I do if I'm just going to do a marathon of Nightmare, I skip 2.
You shouldn't.
I do. Because it works out better when
Really?
you go 1 to 3. When you go 1 to 3, it's way better because 2 kind of stops it in its tracks. You know what I'm saying? And then you go 1, 3, it's just a smoother. You go 1, 3, 4, 5. It's just.
So you forget about
seamless.
2 altogether.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's seamless. Again, 2 feels like it belongs in Freddy's Nightmares, the show. But if you watch 1, 3, 4, 5 is seamless the way they go into each other.
And see, I'm the opposite. I feel 2 does have significance to it, but again, to each their own.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's
go.
go.
Go ahead about the. So what did you see? Dream Warriors.
Probably one of my buddy's house. I might have been. I don't know.
So you didn't see it in the theater?
No, not okay. No. You kidding? My parents take me to see a movie like that.
So my stepdad's best friend Bruce, and my parents were doing some Navy thing. So I was hanging with Bruce. And we saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and then we saw Lethal Weapon.
Oh, that's awesome!
And then we still had like a couple hours to go. I said, "Can we see Nightmare on Elm Street 3 again?" And we saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3 twice in the same day, bro. And it's a lot of it's the memory of
that day,
yeah, and just being free and just walking all over Manhattan. It was just a dope memory. And then so I have a best buddy of mine that I didn't connect with for a long time. And he was friends with me in 87, that 86, the whole rise of Freddy and my infatuation. First thing he asked, you still love Dream Warriors? I'm like synonymous with Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors.
But no, the first thing I seen, I think it was on VHS at a buddy's house. And I was just blown away because I never really seen with an exception to Nightmare 2, a horror movie with so much fantasy-like special effects. And it was... Looking at it now, when I just rewatched it recently, getting ready for the show, it's almost like watching a comic book movie because
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody had a special
lot of meat
power
on the table with the Dream Warriors.
Yeah, everyone had a special ability going against Freddy Krueger, and that's why we compare Freddy Krueger to, let's say, a Cobra Commander, Skeletor, Megatron, because this was
80s villain.
Yes, a great 80s villain, and you had all these guys with special abilities going after him, and him just going with it, and it almost feels like.
Like the Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter owes the look, everything to the fucking wizard master from.
I can help but to think the same thing a little bit.
Dude,
just a
look
little
at
bit.
his look. The glasses looks just like it, and the wizardry.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. That did cross my mind.
Harry Potter, bro. Fucking, he owes him a paycheck.
It just sucks that he got murked out. It's like, I thought you were a wizard. How do you get fucked up so quick?
Because he got too close to Freddy.
I don't know. I'm just thinking
he was hitting Freddy with all the blazes, blah 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 blah, and then he got a little cocky with it, and then boom, he got.
Yeah, well, homeboy should have been more Doctor Strange than Harry Potter then, because clearly he got his ass served to him. But I love
Joey with his power of the voice. I mean, that was dope. You know
what's crazy? Going back to Joey, like that was every Nightmare movie had like a scene that reminded me of a heavy metal album cover. To me, for 3 was Joey crucified on the bed with
What's
the
the
tongue.
matter, Joey? Feeling tongue-tied?
With the naked chick looking at her with that evil look in her, and he's like on the bed and howls at the bottom of him waiting for him.
They were going to make Freddy's face the part of the girl, but they thought it'd be too weird.
they tried doing it and it didn't look right.
She was crazy, that chick. What's her...
Really?
No, I'm not crazy mentally, just fine as hell.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Who's the one that played the nurse, Santana, on Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the nurse? She was a killer, bro. She killed...
And that was probably the one and only time there was nudity in the movie, in the
franchise.
In a franchise.
Yeah.
And damn, she was hot.
Yeah, she was a killer, bro.
That was like 80s, just
87.
goodness.
Yeah.
Stacey Alden.
Oh yeah, Stacey Alden. But the mom, Brooke Bundy, in 2 movies, she's andale. In 2 movies, she's awesome. And
she captures the 80s mom stereotype perfectly.
Yeah. And not only that, she steals the movie too when Freddy chops her head off. And God damn it,
it was so relatable to be yelled at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looked amazing when she was young too.
Oh
she
yeah,
was
absolutely.
Gorgeous.
Another thing I want to touch on, I liked how every Dream Warrior had their own dream and own flavor, and it was just it was kind of like, if you watch Twilight Zone and you had Rob Steiger just narrating it, that would be like
the Avengers
Freddy.
have their own powers.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And it was like their own little world, but Freddy was there.
Had the strength.
But Freddy was still there to manipulate it, and it took them to work as a team to defeat him.
Yeah.
Patricia
Arquette was great in it.
She was.
And then Heather Langenkamp's acting, because you said wasn't crazy about it, but it jumped up.
And she was charming. I just felt like the range wasn't there for me, but
in 84.
I liked her, but I felt like she was stronger. Her performance was stronger in Nightmare 3, definitely.
Yeah, okay. And then I also liked the Doctor.
Doctor was awesome. He's been in a few movies. Ghost Story from 1981.
He played a doctor in another movie too, right? Wasn't he?
I'm not too sure, but I know he was in Brian De Palma's
Body
Double.
Yeah.
Which he was great in that as well too.
Great movie. The head nurse, I think she was also in Carrie, if my memory.
She looks familiar, but I couldn't place the name where I seen her at.
If you could look at the head nurse of,
she was a real asshole though.
Yeah, she was great though.
Oh, she was absolutely she was great, but
she did her job. Yeah, she had the Nurse Ratched thing down.
Absolutely, she looked familiar, but I couldn't place her.
I think she's in Carrie. I want to say she's in Carrie, the original '76 Carrie.
I'm reflecting right now. I can't remember seeing her in Carrie.
Maybe,
but I know she seemed somewhere that we've seen her before too, though.
Yeah. So. My only thing is I wish, and we'll get to part 4, I wish Patricia Arquette would have just came back. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of discussion. They didn't know why she didn't come back. She wasn't happy with the production, right?
No, not at all. She had a good time. And funny you mentioned the production. We'll get to that in a second. Mm-hmm. She had a good time with it. It's just that she liked horror. She wouldn't mind going back. But at the time, after Nightmare 3, she started getting bigger roles. And so she said at the time, she just wanted something meatier. Had nothing against...
Right. She wanted to ride the momentum that she had.
Yes. Okay. But as for the production, yes, this was a very stressful production.
Right.
Not a lot of people were happy on it. On the Never Sleep Again documentary, the actor who played Kincaid spoke upon it. A lot of the actors said he was...
Oh, the director was a dick, right? Was he?
They didn't say he was a dick. He just didn't know how to talk to people. This is really his first big movie, and you could tell it was just very stressful. Mm-hmm. And, he didn't know how to, I guess, talk to them. Yeah. At least in their eyes, you know what I mean?
Krueger, pussy, you pussy, Krueger. Yep. So
but as much as they griped about the production, you cannot deny the end product was stellar.
Oh yes,
like he nailed the landing.
The Freddy worm scene was amazing.
That was dude. You know how they filmed that too? In reverse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how they were able to pull it off. And he goes. And he talked about it. Goes. It was cool about doing it in reverse. It gives it a more surreal aspect. Right. The way they had to shoot it. It didn't look normal.
One of my favorite scenes is that where he sees Nancy. He goes, "You."
Right?
Yeah, and it's the worm face and everything. It's so ill, bro. I love Dream Warriors is my number 1. So
they did that in Freddy vs. Jason. You with the worm too, right? They had the worm. They also had.
That's the tequila worm, right? Wasn't it tequila?
I thought it was a caterpillar based on
caterpillar.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Then he does say the "you" to the girl in Freddy versus Jason when he hops out of the water in that dream sequence. So.
Oh, but he was pissed at her because she disrupted him from killing Jason. He looked at her and he's like, "You," like he was blaming her, like you motherfucker.
Freddy,
like he's like, "You mother." It was more of a "you motherfucker."
You motherfucker. Okay, cool. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
Okay, we're gonna go to A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, directed by Rennie Harlan. Shout out Rennie for Cliffhanger, Die Hard 2, Cutthroat Island.
Yep.
He's got
the Long Kiss. He also did The Long Kiss Goodnight,
which is dope.
Gina Davis,
and he actually completed a trilogy of movies called Strangers, chapters 1, 2, and 3 that are being released in 2024.
They're getting shit on too.
2025 and upcoming in sometime in 2026.
And they're dog shit.
Really,
So
I haven't seen
dog
any
shit
of them.
meter. Dog shit meter.
Straight dog shit. So
really,
I didn't like. So part 1 was just okay. 2 was a little bit better. Strangers chapter 2 was a little bit better than Strangers chapter 1, but Strangers 1 just should have been left alone. It's just perfect movie. We don't need to make them slashers. There was something else.
Pray at Night was dope.
Pray at Night was cool, but then at the end he becomes Jason Voorhees, where he's on fire and he still jumps on the back of the thing.
You're right. Let's get
you're
right. Let's get back.
Well, regardless, Rennie still gave us a classic with Nightmare 4.
Yes, Nightmare 4.
Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger. So you know what? Good job on that.
Dude,
Cliffhanger's the shit. Die Hard 2 is cool. You know
interesting facts on this one though.
All right.
So this one grossed $49.4 million on a $6.5 million budget. So
this was at the apex of the Freddy.
This was known as the MTV Nightmare.
Right. This is Freddy versus the Fat Boys era. This is Freddy versus Will Smith. I mean DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince era.
It was
Freddy had his own album at this time.
Absolutely. You're right. You're right on that. And this interesting fact too on this. In 1988, the big three had all #1 releases.
Yep.
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, hit #1. Friday the 13th, The New Blood, #1. And Nightmare 4, Dream Master, all hit #1. And I remember, and I believe the homeboy Corey spoke on this. When this came out, this was like the next biggest thing in 1988. August 4th of 1988 was Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Master. I remember seeing the posters everywhere, radio advertisements, the newspapers, the big old out there.
It was everywhere.
This was an event.
This was an event.
This was an event.
Because off the back of Dream Warriors.
It was hot.
Dream Warriors was so hot, so good, that it could do no wrong.
And I think Rennie was a perfect director for this.
100%.
Here's the thing, what he had to deal with, though. He had 8 weeks of shooting, but there's a writer's strike going on. So because of that, Rennie would develop a lot of the scenes. He did a rewrite himself. Ultimately, the final rewrite went to 2 other writers on there on this movie. But Rennie Harlan did a lot. Was heavily involved in this film and got it going. In fact, he kept trying to get this movie. He kept going to the offices of New Line Cinema. So they finally, after him always coming around and begging him, I don't say begging, but making his presence known.
Right.
They gave him the shot, and he delivered.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
And think about it, with the writer's strike and a director trying to figure out how to make this work and still meet the schedule deadline, he pulled it off. And I think it's because he was allowed to do that, we got a very, very imaginative, fun movie.
Very vivid.
But on a side note, though, I did read from what I read. At time, the original cut was a little campy, so they had to cut back a little bit on that.
Really?
But that's just more of a side note.
It was a little campier than Dream Warriors.
True, but they had to cut back some more, and I think what's great about that is that when you do the right editing on things, you come out with a masterpiece. And again, the acting, while not as good as 3,
not as good as 3 or 2 or 1. It was very bad acting. But I mean, the actors are themselves, like on the documentary, very charming. I think they were just young at the time.
They were,
and I think that Remy was maybe more good at the special effects than he was directing.
I think he was more interested in doing the camera moves and camera angles. But he brought like they called it the MTV Nightmare. He brought a very stylistic angle to it, and it just. You go for the ride on this one. And I did think the kills are very imaginative. Like, it felt like...
The cockroach scene.
That was dope. And it's like you said, because of 3, it really opened up the imagination and possibilities what to build upon. Like, I thought everything was great on this. Again, acting could have been better. And I wish Patricia... Like, the actors who played Joey and Kincaid...
They were fine.
They were fine, but they said they felt the scene, when they reunited, could have been stronger had Patricia been there because of their prior working experience. And said it's kind of hard to invoke... certain feelings, and he goes, there was nothing against the actress who took her place.
Should they have written that character out?
No, I think, you know what, here's the thing. I don't think any actor really, well, I'll take that, but I can't even say that. I think, you know what, in service of the story, I'm glad they left the character in, and I will, the scene still works for me. I didn't know there was any less chemistry there between the prior actors and the new actress. I didn't get that from there. I just knew it was a new interpretation of the character, but I'm okay with that though. And I'm glad they left that in there because it made sense, because without having that character in there, this series could not continue because again, Freddy's like a plague. You have to remember him. Someone has to say his name to you for him to take effect. If you're not there to say anything about him, then you don't know who he is. You don't remember him. He has no power. Because remember, they were the surviving 3.
Right.
Because of, I'm sorry, what was Patricia Arquette character from 3? What was her name?
Kirsten.
Because
Kristen.
Her character's ability to bring in other people's into her dreams is what caused Freddy to then infect other kids that lived in Springfield. Right. So Kirsten was the reason why Freddy was able to continue.
Kristen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was the reason why. Sadly, she defeated him. Was also the same reason why he came back and was able to spread again.
Right. And then so they brought in Alice, who I like the character. I think she's very underestimated as a final girl in this franchise.
Yes.
Because Nancy's so well renowned.
Yep.
And then Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
But Alice beat him twice.
You're right.
Alice beat him twice. You know what I mean? So I mean, she deserves a little props. So she was like, I guess, a daydreamer, and so. And that was her superpower, and then Patricia gave her the ability to suck people into the dreams, but somehow it made her get their powers.
Alice's power was,
or their strengths.
No, Alice's power was to take the special powers from everybody that she came in contact to in her dream.
Right,
like her brother was
with the martial arts,
so she was able to take that power.
What did you think about that scene? The martial art fight scene with the brother.
I thought that was dope, and you know what's funny? The actor who played it. He trained for like about 6 weeks hardcore to try to at least look decent in it. And then when he realized no matter what he was doing technical, Rennie wasn't going to ask for anything technical. He just wanted him to take big swings. Right. And he goes, because I thought I was going to be fighting something. I wanted to be on a set by myself, having a fight by myself. Right. But how he described it and how it was shot and edited, you'll never know it was so bare bones.
Right. No, I thought that was a great scene. I was pissed, of course, when they killed Kincaid first, but I do love that that is so metal when you see the whole planet full of cars. Yeah, it's just, that was an amazing scene. Joey, of course, being a fucking horn dog.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that freaked me out.
That was the second. There was second nudity, the chick in the waterbed. I thought that was a super creative.
That was hot. That was hot.
And the way that was, I don't know how they did it, and I don't know if they talk about it in.
I can only imagine that the set was built on top of a pool. The actor would go underneath there and then swim up there for a few seconds for breathing purposes, get the shot, and then go back under. But I thought that scene with him underneath the waterbed drowned was so metal-like. I thought that was so freaky.
Yeah,
and
so dope.
Pulled off so well.
Yeah, and of course it was like, Freddy knows that's his weakness.
Yes, chicks, so again, goes back to keeping they do a good job of keeping the continuity straight. And again, I'm glad you pointed it out to me. Second nudity was in Nightmare 4, and again, it goes back to Joey and him being a horn dog.
Right, and it makes sense. And then, I thought of course, it wasn't Patricia, and it was kind of like anticlimactic the way they got her.
But it was crazy they still got her, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know. And I dug that. So, those are 2 off Freddy's list that got him. Nancy got killed in Dream Warriors, and then she got... Spoilers, of course. I mean, the movies are 45 years old.
If you haven't seen them yet, why the fuck are you watching us? In fact, no, it's a good thing you are watching us. Go back and go see the movie. You'll thank us later. What do you think, though, about... So James Cameron was also on the same lot when they were filming it. I guess James Cameron was doing... he wasn't in the movie or anything, but he was working or doing something, right? And he bumped into Rennie Harlan, and he was, said, hey, so you guys doing a new Nightmare? How are you bringing him back this time? Rennie tells him, Doc pisses fires on him, and Freddy comes back. Yeah. Robert Englund kind of really goes deeper into it. Says, he goes, to me, and it goes back to Freddy being a real demon. Right. Jason, which was, and it was a cool little wink at the Friday franchise. Right. Kincaid's dog name was Jason. Yeah. He says, in my mind, Jason was a hellhound. Yes, hellhound. Hound. I'm having a moment here. But
you're having a series of little strokes?
Yo, you motherfucker. But Jason went ahead and pissed fire to resurrect Freddy. Like, that was part of Freddy's plan. And that was all done through Kincaid's dream. Yeah. So it goes back again to Freddy being like Cobra Commander. You defeated him at one scheme, but he'll come back with another scheme to come back. Oh. So I thought that was pretty dope when Robert Englund kind of broke it down that way. And I've always, even before reading that, whenever I watch this movie, I was kind of I've always took upon that.
I never liked the whole pissing fire thing, but I get it. But I just never dug it. But that's just me nitpicking. You know,
and that's fair.
I have the franchise as such a high regard.
Yeah.
That especially after Dream Warriors to just piss and then he'd come back. I never liked that. But as far as the new batch of characters, like when he sucks face with the girl, I thought that was a crazy kill.
She was hot, and I liked her person. She was very cool and bubbly, and it was sad to see her go, but I think she brought a lot of charm to that.
Right, very much so. And then the brother I liked.
He was dope. I really enjoyed that character. Yeah. Like he was. I thought he would be.
He was a good brother.
He was. I thought he would be like a typical obnoxious character, and he was far from that.
And then I like Alice. I mean, I thought, like I said, she's very
underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. Final girl for Freddy.
Now they said that they chose the name for her Alice as in Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. And I dug that. And then the workout chick that hated bugs. That to me, that's my standout kill in Dream Master is when, especially at that time.
Yeah. Because you had the commercials for the cockroaches.
For the cockroaches, raid commercial. It was the Roach Motel.
Yep.
And you could check in, but you can't check out.
I just thought it was nasty. Each time he squeezed it, like that goo just came out. I was like, ah.
And then the scene, you could see where Tenet. They borrow that Tenet, Inception borrowed from it. A lot of movies that deal with psyche, where you're seeing the same scene over and over and over.
Oh, when she was coming back,
Dream Master did it first.
Yeah,
Dream Master did it first, and
she was coming back with
the car when she gets out of the thing, and I love that scene. Even at 12, I think did I see it in 88? I didn't see it in the theater, but maybe 12, 13. To me, that was such a dope scene.
Because she's trying to get to him and she can't, and he just keeps her in a loop. And she realizes that we're in a loop still. And then she realizes, oh shit, we can't get there. And Freddy's still getting down with it.
No, I dug that scene. To this day, that's one of my favorite scenes. I remember me and mom, I watched it with my mom. We're like, that's a fucking cool scene. And it was like, wait a minute. At first, you thinking, did I press rewind or something with but it was just so dope the way that
it was smart. It was a smart scene.
No, it's a great movie. Dream Master. The thing with Dream Master is it's under the shadow of Warriors, but you got to give it its own light. It's that good.